Now, Amsterdam is known for its nightlife, its red light district, and also smoking certain substances. But what to take away from some of the cliches? Well, I'm here for the weekend. Take a look. Amsterdam, the capital of the Netherlands, and a city with a population of around 1.1 million people. It's home to lots of well-known attractions which are definitely worth a visit, such as the Rijksmuseum, Anne Frank's house and the Van Gogh Museum. The city is full of culture, has a beautiful setting, and also home to some rather nice waffles. However, Amsterdam often does get associated with certain stereotypes. Yes, you can buy marijuana here, and it does have a sizable red light district, which we'll come to later, but it's more than a place to go to for a weekend of drinking on a stag do or bachelor party for any Americans. I'm here for a few days, and I'm going to move away from some of those stereotypes and see what the Dam has to offer. And I'm going to start off just west of the city centre. So I've come to De Hallam. This place used to be a tram shed and then a squat apparently, but in 2014 it was renovated and has since been turned into a cultural centre with a pretty cool food court. It boasts a base for independent shops, a library and a cinema, as well as a number of design shops. There are often themed weekend markets here, such as Dutch design or organic products. The building itself is nice to check out and the perfect place to wander around for an hour or two. The food court offers a lot of choice here as well. There's cuisine to suit every taste and there's even a bar. So that was De Hallam, which was a converted tram shed, which is now a kind of big food market and place with lots of independent shops and things, which is pretty cool. So if you're in that part of town, go and check it out because it is pretty good. Anyway, going to head now back to the city centre to see a bit more of Amsterdam. So after De Hallam, I headed back to see some more of central Amsterdam. The city is a really exciting place to explore. You can walk around for ages with lots to see and the views with the canals are beautiful. However, soon after, I ended up at the 9 Streets part of the city. As the name suggests, this is an area made up of 9 streets, next to some of Amsterdam's main canals. The picturesque setting is a great place to chill out and soak up the atmosphere. The area has lots of old buildings and monuments too, so if you're into architecture, it's definitely worth checking out. It's also known for its boutiques, many of which are artisanal, selling a range of items from vintage clothing to jewellery, housewares and gifts. There are also a number of eateries here too, with many cafes, bars and restaurants. I really like it here and the area does have a really cool vibe. Next up in the Dam is an oasis right in the centre of this bustling city. I'm talking about Begijnhof, which is a group of houses built around a secluded courtyard. It was originally built for the Begijners, who were a group of unmarried religious women, which somehow feels a little ironic when you think of Amsterdam of today. This small place is a stark contrast to the busy atmosphere of Amsterdam, but if you want a few minutes peace, then be sure to head here. I spent the rest of the day walking around the city centre and just chilling out. I ended up grabbing some drinks and a bit of Dutch food, well, Dutch cheese, but it was really tasty. Amsterdam is full of bars and cafes and it's a great place to hang out with friends or just chill and people watch. As this is Amsterdam, we can't really avoid talking about the red light district. The city has got a bit of a reputation, well, certainly in the UK, for being a place to go and party and get a bit rowdy, which in my opinion isn't really justified. Yes, the city does have a red light district, but I don't think it's that seedy. I've seen far worse places in other parts of Europe and even Asia. You do get some groups with stag do's here, but honestly, you see many other people too, mainly tourists, both male and female, walking around who are just interested to see the area. Yes, this is a big part of the city, but I don't think the red light district is the only thing Amsterdam should be known for. Good morning. Okay, so it's day 2 in Amsterdam. I'm going to go and check out a place now called the OBA, which has got some great views of the city. It's actually a library, but on top of it is a viewing platform open to the public. So I headed down to Oosterdok, which is a former dock now reclaimed and home to a number of attractions, including the Science Museum. The views from Oosterdok are really nice, but I was told of a view not from surface level, which was even better, so I headed to the library of all places. Now, if you visit this library, you'd be forgiven for thinking you just walked into a 4-star hotel. But no, this is a public library. Anyone can enter, but it's pretty nice inside and it's more like a modern hotel. If you head up to the top floor, you'll find a pretty nice restaurant which also has a nice terrace and a very unique view of Amsterdam. Access to the terrace is free and has a really great view over the city. It's framed rather nicely too, thanks to the architecture of the building. Next up, it was back to the city to be a bit more cultural. As such, I headed to Dam Square. Popular for being the centre point for King's Day in the Netherlands, which is the famous national day, but I wasn't here for any patriotic Dutch festivals. No, I was here to check out the Royal Palace. The Royal Palace is one of 3 palaces used by the Dutch royal family today. This palace was built in the 1600s and was originally built as a city hall. Today it's partly open to the public. Inside you can see many rooms, but the standout area has to be the central hall. The hall has many sculptures and paintings as well as marble galleries. And if you're interested in visiting yourself, the palace was around €12 for a ticket. After all that culture, I needed a drink, and where else to have a pit stop than at Cafe Hopper. Whenever I come to Amsterdam, I always make an effort to head here. This cafe has been around since around 1670 and is one of the oldest cafe bars in Amsterdam. It serves a range of drinks and the inside is very unique. It's decorated with liquor barrels behind the bar and has a very vibrant atmosphere with a very diverse clientele. Now, you can't come to Amsterdam without checking out the canals, and a boat tour is the best way to do it. So that's what I'm going to go and do now. Unfortunately for me, the ticket I booked came with an all-inclusive drinks package. Seeing Amsterdam by boat on the canals is something you have to do. It gives a unique perspective of the city and is a really chilled out way of seeing many of the sights Amsterdam has to offer. The guide we had was great. He gave a fascinating insight into the city, and the crew member serving drinks was fantastic too and very attentive. The tour was one of the highlights of my visit to Amsterdam. Seeing the city from the canal with a drink in hand on a warm summer's evening was amazing, and I'd highly recommend that you take a boat tour when in the city. Okay, so just finished the boat tour and that was really good. Yeah. Would definitely recommend it. It's a great way to see the city, and if you get drinks included too, bonus. So that's it for my trip of Amsterdam. I really do like this city, and I hope I've showed you that there's more to the city than some of the clichés which it has. Yes, you can party and smoke, but there is a lot more to Amsterdam. That's it for me. Really do hope that you've liked this video. If you have, please give me a like, and a subscribe would be amazing too. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you soon.